Hey, family, we have another situation where white people are trying to erase blacks. The Washington, D.C.'s iconic Black Lives Matter street mural, which has served as a powerful symbol of activism and a gathering place for joy and resistance, will soon be gone. The decision to remove the enormous mural located near the White House comes after a Republican U.S. Representative Andrew Clyde from Georgia, one of the good old boys, introduced legislation earlier this week that gave D.C. an ultimatum: either paint over the slogan or risk losing federal funding. So, out of all the different types of legislation that this representative could introduce to Congress to make a difference in the lives of not only his constituents in Georgia, but also the world, he's concerned about a slogan, a mural on the streets that says Black Lives Matter. Seems a little trite and downright petty to me, but we know what that's behind. The unfortunate thing is, it's almost like he used blackmail to do it. He is saying either you remove it or you're going to lose federal funding. So he put the DC mayor Muriel Bowser's hands, sort of like tied him behind her back, where she had to acquiesce because we can't afford, DC government can't afford to lose that funding. But it just almost seems like blackmail to me. Either do this or suffer the consequence. Shout out to Mayor Muriel Bowser. We went to Elizabeth Seton High School together. But she released a statement suggesting that the mural will have to go. She says the mural inspired millions of people and helped our city through a very painful period, but now we can't afford to be distracted by meaningless congressional interference, she wrote. So the DDOT confirmed on Saturday that the plans to remove the mural began Monday, which is today. It's a shame. It's a shame, but you know what? Black people will never be erased. See, I see what some of the Republicans and MAGA, Trump and Elon are trying to do. They think that by removing and reversing anything related to black and brown people, that it would basically erase us. But there's one thing I need white folk to know, particularly those white folk who operate in white supremacy. When God sets a people free, when he releases his people from captivity, he won't allow them to go back. So my advice to you, white folk, those who are complicit in all of this, all these ditches you think you're digging for black and brown people, unless you all learn to truly repent for the sins of your ancestors who, with America's original sin, which was chattel slavery, the enslavement of Africans, then the very ditches you digging for us, everybody's day of reckoning must come. And God has given so many of you white folk ample enough time to reverse the wrong that many of your ancestors did to black people and indigenous people and Native Americans, but yet you don't want to because of your own ego and ethnocentricity and just downright stubbornness and ignorance. But I guarantee you, you cannot erase us. You can dig up every last black monument you want. God will never let his people, not us, be in captivity again. Because when the sun sets free, oh, we are free indeed. Black Lives Matter, with or without the mural.